How do you know that your anxious attachment partner doesn't like you? We're going to talk about signs that most people with anxious attachment style are going to show you that is going to let you know that they are no longer interested in you or they're losing feelings for you. The reason why I think it's super important to understand these signs is because a lot of people don't understand that their relationship is hanging on that last thread and is on the verge of being over. So they just assume that everything is fine, things are going to go back to normal, it's just another fight, and they continue life. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel if you want me to post more videos like this one. Thank you. The first thing that an anxious attachment style partner will do that you will notice that is going to be different from all the other attachment styles is that they are going to start resenting you and they're going to want to distance themselves from you. Why is this important in comparison to somebody else? An anxious attachment style loves to feel connected and close with their partner. But when they start feeling like that person is no longer safe for them, when they start feeling like they need to guard themselves and maybe distance themselves from you, they are going to start being distant and resentful. You might feel them pulling away from you. They won't want to spend as much time with you. They won't want to try to bond every second that they can. They might start showing that they don't care where you're at. They're not going to call you, ask you when you're going to be home. You will no longer receive those calls and texts that you might have found a little bit annoying in the past. Another thing that an anxious attachment style person will do when they're starting to lose feelings for you is they're going to be indifferent to whatever is going on in your life. They're going to start caring less and less that you keep hurting them. For example, if they told you that they don't like that you do something and you keep doing this annoying thing, you'll notice that they tell you a couple of times and then after that they just start looking at you indifferently. That is a big red flag for your relationship. That means that that person is just kind of tired of you. And anxious attachment person is going to be very vocal about what they don't like, or they'll let you know maybe more than once, which is something that someone with an avoidant attachment style or maybe even secure will not do to the extent that an anxious attachment person will. A lot of anxious attachment people, not all, have a need for physical closeness. When they start feeling like you are no longer that person that they want to be in a relationship with, they will start distancing themselves physically from you. They might start getting annoyed by something that you're doing. If you're trying to be close to them, hug them or whatever, they will try to brush it off and walk away. That is a sign that your relationship is in a danger category. So what can you do when you start noticing that your anxious attachment partner is pulling away from you? Well, the first thing that you can do is ask them directly what is going on. Some people would like to talk about things, but they might hesitate depending on how safe they feel they are by expressing their feelings. Sometimes they might say nothing's wrong, nothing's up, and hope that you remember whatever it is that they're upset about. You will have definitely been told at least once with an anxious partner what they didn't like or what is causing them to kind of want to be distant from you. Oftentimes the problem is so ongoing that you might be overlooking it. Like for example, your partner constantly messaging you or asking you where you're at, when you're going to be home, and there's always other millions of things that they do consistently and all of a sudden they stop doing that. Yeah, that's a good indicator that things aren't doing too good, at least from their perspective. Maybe you're doing all right, maybe you think everything is fine, but obviously your partner does not think so. A lot of anxious attachment people are very caring and they want to do a lot of things for their partner. They want to serve them and want to kind of always be around them, make sure that everything is great. So if you notice that your partner is no longer doing those things for you, there's a good chance that they are not feeling very good in that relationship and they are already guarded up. Anxious attachment people have a very sensitive side to them for the most part because they crave that connection and closeness with their partner more than other attachment styles, or at least they show that need or they display it more than say an avoidant partner who avoids it, maybe they do want closeness, but they aren't going to say that. And when they do feel close to you, they like want to close off and run away because it's uncomfortable or it's scary, or they just, yeah, it's uncomfortable for them. With an anxious person, they are the exact opposite. If they could, they probably would be completely connected and attached at the hip 24/7. And there is a healthy way to go about it, and then there's also a way that might not be doing your relationship a favor, nor your anxious attachment partner. But a good indicator that your anxious attachment partner is just kind of done with that relationship is when they start acting avoidant. They start avoiding you, they start closing off from you, they don't share things with you, they no longer care what you're up to, when you're going to be home, what's going on with you, and all of the above. If you have an anxious attachment and you feel like I missed something, please leave it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video.